season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 10 logo. Here we go. Hey, Sam on.
They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rudolph. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Rudolph. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Under 10. Check the 10. Leo. Steve Griffin.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Break.
Third and 2, Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
And watch that. And watch the ball. Check 31. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Ready?
Check 55. Mike.
Hard. Ready?
Snell on the shotgun handoff. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 23. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Watson looking sideline, incomplete. Kenny Stills the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Faking the give. Now Watson. Going deep here for Still. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spelling them in the offensive backfield.
Escapes the sack. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did something like that.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Snell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, it's Snell again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Check 24. Check 25.
On second and 11 now. Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
From the gun on third down, it's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Charlie.
Again, it's Rudolph. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the back, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Hey, Sam on. Ready?
Back to the air, Rudolph. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. That's into the hands of the tight end, Leggett. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. Watson gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 43-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. From the red zone now, Watson. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 12-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9.
Mike's 57, 57's Mike. Twist.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson.
Let's go, you tighten it. Let's go, you
Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Off of play action, it's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Back to the air, Rudolph on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Out. Let's go.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Godot's kick is right through. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's complete to Fuller. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
At the 29-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
57's the mic. Watch 57. And that QB's trash.
Here's Watson. And he's got Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second and 9, Watson flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And on third and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Gano's kick is good, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers out now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Snell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sideline.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rudolph looking middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Watson, off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Faking the give, now Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And now this throw complete to Washington. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it.
Let's go, baby.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
You ready?
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Rudolph now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Moss. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And Gano's kick is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get...
It got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. It's a gain of 5 on the play. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0.
Reset. 19. No gain on this defense. No gain.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Texans, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.